We have learned that the Heil PR40 is the thoroughbred workhorse of the audio world. But how does it fare when it's put against the smooth and warm multi-purpose microphone that is the Shure SM7B? As well as testing them out in different environments, we're going to test them out with different voices to see how it handles a female voice and a male voice. So me and James are going to put them through their paces. Let's get them both in different environments to see how they hold up. This is the podcasting studio. It's soundproofed and is the perfect environment for recording a podcast. The microphones should be optimised to work in this environment. Now let's see how the Shure SM7B handles this.
The studio is based in Manchester City Centre, and in the studio we have soundproofing to ensure the best kind of recording you can possibly get. Now there is two options when you hire the podcast studio. You can either hire it on your own, or you can hire it with a content producer to help curate the podcast for you. Now if you want more information, you can visit www.podcast.co/services, where you'll be able to find out more information.
In this room, when it's not competing with outside noise, I think that this microphone is a lot bassier. I find that the frequency range is a lot greater and it's picking up sort of the tones and the colours of my voice. Overall, I think that that's perfect if you want a clear, crisp, clean recording, which you would when you're in a podcasting studio.
Here we are in the Podcast.co studio with the Heil microphone. So I prefer the Shure microphone over the Heil microphone because the Heil microphone has a tinnier sound to it, whereas the Shure microphone has a fuller, more uniform sound.
I do have to agree with James on this one. We are in the perfect podcasting environment and this microphone's coming across a little bit tinny. Obviously it's not competing with outside noises, it's not competing with background noise, so it should be at its peak, and unfortunately it's not quite living up to the Shure, which is a bit more bassy and it's got a bit more depth of sound. This is a little bit tinnier, a bit more trebly, but overall still a very good microphone. Let's head on to our next location, which is the cafe Gather and Gather, to see how it works in a more bustly environment.
It's good to test out microphones in unusual and noisy locations just to see how they handle in the more difficult situations. And we have people having meetings here, we have trams going past, and we also have a bus stop just over the road. You can hear my voice quite clearly, and even though you can pick up some ambient sounds from behind me, it is cutting through my voice.
As you can hear, my voice is crisp and clear in this environment. Obviously you've got a lot of ambient noise, there's people talking, there's equipment being used in the background, but my voice still cuts through and is clear. Obviously, if you're recording a podcast in this kind of environment, you'll want some of the ambient noise, so it's definitely no detriment to the sound recording, and the important stuff, the vocals, will be at the front of the mix exactly where you want it to be.
So this is a Heil microphone. There is more ambient noise being picked up than there was on the Shure microphone. However, you can hear my voice still. It is still quite pronounced, and when I do speak, it does seem to cut out the audio from the background, so if people having meetings in the coffee environment.
Obviously, it's, again, cutting out the background noise, and my voice cuts to the front of the mix. One thing I will say is that it's less bassy than the other microphone, and my voice seems to be a bit more trebly, and sort of the mid-range frequencies seem to be coming out a lot more. But despite that, it's a really good microphone and it's good for recording in this kind of an environment. The Heil has a pretty impressive frequency range, making it perfect for both vocals and music. It worked well in noisier environments, especially where there was a lot of ambient noise. It's definitely better for professional setups. It retails at about $350, so obviously the price tag reflects that. But if you're looking to upgrade, it's definitely a solid investment to make. Now James, what did you think of the Shure SM7B?
So the Shure microphone, it picks up a lot of ambient noise. So outside of the meeting room here, we have a busy main road, and you can hear a lot of the traffic going by through the microphone there. However, it does pick up a nice, clear, crisp, deep voice when you speak into the microphone, and it is retailing currently for about $320. If it's good enough for Joe Rogan, it's good enough for anyone.
If you actually want to buy the microphones, the links are down in the description at the bottom. But most importantly, we want to know what you think. So join in the conversation on social media at Podcast.co, and please, we'd love to hear what your first impressions are of these microphones.
Hey, it's James here, founder of Podcast.co. I'm guessing you like microphones. Well, do you know what? I'm a little bit of a geek and I do too. We've got all kinds of things just like the video you've just watched over on our website at Podcast.co. We also operate a podcast hosting service, which is totally awesome. You can sign up for free and give us a whirl. You can even import your podcast from a different provider. So head on over to Podcast.co and click on that sign up button, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, please leave a comment below.
Yeah, that was really good, that.
Yeah.
Really good, definitely.
BBC presenter giving me good advice here. What's that about? That's it, winning, mate.